The phrase talking in circles often brings to mind people standing around yakking and getting nowhere. But when I say talking in circles, I'm specifically talking about a keynote and workshop that I give that's based on an ancient practice of sitting in circle and having a conversation. And actually what happens is, instead of getting lost, you get found. I'll give you an example. I was talking to a group of union organizers, and they were trying to figure out how to get people into their union and into their industry. And they were brainstorming with different ideas. And I suddenly realized, no, what we needed to do was find out something about each of them. So I asked this question. I said, tell me why you joined the union. There was quiet for a couple of seconds. And then one of the guys, and he hadn't been speaking through the whole process, but he was sitting off to the side, and he said, I'll tell you my story. He said, when I was a young man, a boy actually, my father was in the union, and he got really sick and died. And the union stepped up and took care of me and my family right through till I was in university. And I decided I wanted to be part of that group. And I joined the union, and I've kept my family in the union ever since. And as he was speaking, he choked up, and I realized he was speaking deeply and sincerely from a story that he probably didn't share very often. And I looked around the circle, and I suddenly noticed that everybody was staring, and then they were kind of looking off for a second. And one after another, they shared stories, intimate stories, of why they joined the union and why they became workers in that particular industry. And by the time that had gone around the circle, we had deepened in our relationships with each other and in our understanding. So we weren't just talking in circles and getting nowhere. We were talking in circles and found one another. Talking in circles is an amazing process. It's an amazing concept, and when it works, and I've seen it work many, many times in many different industries and organizations, it's extraordinary how it deepens relationships and also deepens the understanding of who we are in what we do. Talking in circles. Ancient, modern, it works.